the second time in a month, Penta was this close to winning the Intercontinental Championship before interference by the Judgment Day, and then this past Saturday.
Gracias! And go El Chatty Gable. I'm done.
Takes on Gable. It's next.
I'm so fucking done. Not you in here with the burner, though.
So here's the situation. Penta challenged El Grande Americano to this matchup.
I'm trying to monitor my computer.
But according to Chad Gable, Mr. Americano,
you trained for Penta? That's what's up.
Publicity tour in Mexico. So Chad Gable says he would valiantly stand in for El Grande Americano tonight and go one-on-one with Penta.
Nah, what?
Because many believe that Gable and El Grande are the same person.
So
but nonetheless,
stupid.
Penta said he'll take the Gable challenge. He knows what's going on, and he knows who the man behind the mask is.
I'm literally being forced to watch my my computer's temperatures because it's been overheating lately. I don't know why.
Penta,
like I can't even play Call of Duty.
Ready to go tonight. Standing ovation by 11,000 plus here in Louisville, Kentucky.
What's up, everybody? Just popping in. We are watching Monday Night Raw. I was called SmackDown.
WWE Universe by storm.
I just realized they kind of made their theme Kurt Angle's.
Representing American-made, weighing at 202 pounds, Seth.
Or am I bugging right now?
Ivy Nile making her way out to the ring with Chad. Of course, the Creed brothers, also part of American-made. Not out here with Chad tonight. They've got a massive tag team matchup.
I could be bugging.
The War Raiders. Second time that Gable will go one-on-one with Penta. The first time happened when Penta made his debut in WWE. He would knock off Chad Gable in spectacular manner. And of course, Gable continues to have his issues with luchadors. One of the reasons he traveled to Mexico to...
Oh, man. What's up? How's everybody's Monday going?
Mass superstars. We'll see if any of that education has worked for Gable here tonight. The General Entertainment Authority, in cooperation with WWE, has announced that Night of Champions will be held at Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Saturday, June 28th. Friday Night SmackDown will emanate from Kingdom Arena the night before on Friday. This marks the first time SmackDown will be held in Saudi Arabia's capital. General ticket sale information and further event updates will be available in the weeks to come. We're back live on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Gable and Penta set to go one-on-one, and Penta chopping at the bit to get some revenge here tonight. I'm Michael Cole. Supposed to be joined by Pat McAfee. He's expected at some point, of course, after that vicious, well,
Pat is back. Not really surprised. He toughed it out, you know what I'm saying?
Well, better late than ever. Pat McAfee returning to Monday Night Raw after an absolutely valiant battle against Gunther this past Saturday at Backlash. Welcome, partner. Good to see you.
Let's go, Pat. I come in.
Here in Louisville tonight.
I come in peace to just put in my 2 weeks notice After being banned last week? No one banned you, you idiot.
Hey, it is an honor to be here.
I noticed I've never seen you and El Grande Americano in the same place at the same time, though, now that you're here.
I apologize. They asked me a lot of questions on how I felt.
I have a very strong feeling we're going to see El Grande Americano come out tonight.
I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but what a perfect time to arrive.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm sure the audience didn't appreciate me doing the first 20 minutes of the show by myself, but nonetheless, welcome aboard. It's Penta and Gable here tonight. We'll talk plenty about the Gunther situation a bit later on in the show, but let's talk about this here. It's interesting that Gable...
Guys, if you're not already following, please drop a follow. The goal is 20K.
Intercontinental title on Saturday. Apparently, El Grande is on a tour of Mexico, which I find is weird since he's also Chad Gable, and Chad's here tonight.
No, Chad Gable is clearly
I'm
not El Grande
fucking done.
Americano. How would he be able to be here and on a tour in Mexico at the same time? Michael Cole, use that brain of yours. Chad Gable said he'll step up for this, obviously, because he wants to fight Penta.
Well, also, remember, Chad has had major issues over the past year with trying to knock off luchadors, cover, hook of the
What the hell is
leg
my
now on
Discord
Penta,
like?
and a kick out. So can
Alright,
Gable
there we
win
go.
tonight?
Did I just say El Grande? What? Yeah, we might. I guarantee you we see El Grande Americano pop up tonight. That's not Chad Gable.
Have to do a lot, but that's what he wants searching for, a way to beat luchadors.
Guys, if you could share the live out, I would greatly appreciate it.
Gable is playing Clark Kent as opposed to the Superman El Grande is he doesn't have a mask to hide that steel plate in, so it doesn't give him an advantage in a matchup against another luchador.
Yeah, obviously we're talking about two different people still at this time.
And look at this now, back suplex by
That's Chad Gable.
Gable, cover on Penta, hook of the leg, and a kick out at 2.
El Grande Americano, a different human, but probably proud of what Chad Gable is doing right now to Penta.
It's interesting that neither of these men have held a singles championship in WWE. Although El Grande Americano is the, well, brand new speed champion.
Well, Grande Americano, speed is a good way to describe his ascendance to the top, seemingly. El Grande Americano is a superstar. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Currently on a world tour, a tour of Mexico. And Chad Gable's in here trying to earn his way to the top as well. Penta, very recent.
Oh, look at Gable trying to take the mask off Penta. You think
Gable
would learn.
El Grande Luchador 1? What?
As well, that
I am away this
Chad
week on a
Gable,
luchador
not
tour.
El Grande
Apologies, my
Americano,
fellow
and nothing is.
luchadorians.
Chad Gable is very
Oh, Lord.
disrespectful
Goodbye,
right now
Joe
to the
Shane.
luchador
Shut up.
community.
Well, he is, as he's
Stay
trying
in here,
tries
bud.
to rip the mask off Penta, and Penta able to fight back. The tradition and the legacy of the mask means so much to the luchadors, and the high flyer with an arm drag to Gable. Gable misses wildly. Nice run up by Penta and sends Gable outside the ring.
This is the Penta experience that you dream about whenever you buy a ticket for a WWE event.
I like that Penta experience.
Zero, miedo, zero, Firo.
Launches
Zero Firo.
Gable.
The diving headbutt.
I might have to make that a
Didn't
shirt.
need any metal that time.
Not Chad yelling Lucha Libre sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to me that you don't recognize the similarities between Gable and El Grande Americano.
Until we get some concrete evidence, it's going to be tough for me to buy in. I try to be a journalist. I try to not
Oh,
make
shut
things
up.
As I go, but
Just be
seemingly
positive,
that is
brother.
Part of the job.
Guys, if we keep the double
We've
taps
seen
coming in, I'd
El
greatly
Grande
appreciate
Americano and
that.
Chad Gable in the same place at the same time.
Once.
We still have seen it.
Once.
You just said that El Grande Americano is where right now?
He's supposedly on a tour in Mexico, although there's no photography or video evidence on social media to back up that
That's
fact.
because he's old school. Doesn't do everything for the cameras and glitz and glamour. That's why I like El Grande Americano. Now, Chad Gable is mocking Penta a little bit here. He might not have learned his lesson.
Well, interested to see what Gable has learned and his strategy to take on some of the best luchadors in the world.
Oh!
And look at this now.
Yikes.
5 count. Change it to Jerry there as Gable lands on the apron.
Chad Gable taken to the sky here. U.S. Olympian in
Looks
the
like
back.
he could potentially
Now
hurt.
goes Penta.
I was, but you
Cover
banned
again
me,
by
so I
Gable.
decided to take some
Penta
time
kicks
away
out.
from the channel. I went to
I mean, you see the
TikTok
cauliflower
counseling.
here.
That's good, though,
For Chad
man.
Gable,
TikTok
you know he's
counseling's
tough.
always good.
You know he's going to be able to ground and pound you into submission. Whenever he starts flying through the sky and hitting on lariats, I mean, there's a chance that Chad Gable could go to the top of this entire business, this entire industry.
I am live on Twitch and
taking on
YouTube,
Penta,
by the way,
man.
guys. If you don't already
He's
follow
damn near
or sub,
unbeatable.
please
Shout
do.
out Dom.
it just greatly
Penta
helps
had an
my
opportunity to win his
goal
first singles
here.
championship a couple of times in the past month. Nice move by Gable.
You know what I'm
Cover yet
saying?
again. This time a kick out at 2. First time Judgment Day screwed it up for him, and then this past weekend it was El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano hits
We
him
are
in the head with
live
steel
all
plate
across
mount,
the
and
board
then goes
here.
on
If
a
you need a
Mexican
place to
tour.
watch the show, that
Gable
would be
said
on the
that he would win
Discord.
his first singles
If you need a
championship in
link,
2025.
go ahead
It
and
hasn't
ask.
happened
I
yet,
will
or
gladly
has
send it to you.
Because does the Speed Championship count toward a singles title for Chad Gable?
Chad Gable is the speed champion right
No,
now?
El Grande Americano is.
I'm about tired of you doing what you're doing, Cole. These are two different superstars, two different trajectories. Chad Gable's been around a long time. We've just got to learn. El Grande Americano is Chad Gable's going for the mask yet again.
You just called him El Grande Americano.
No.
You think he's under the ring?
Americano's new. Chad Gable's going for
Could
the
be.
mask.
Oh, got it. Okay. And Gable now continuing to wear down Penta.
You're not going to catch me, brother. Okay? Don't you worry
I
about that.
cannot wait till you're proven wrong as Penta now tries to fight out of this. This has been great strategy here by Gable.
Gable, the Olympic wrestler.
2012 Olympic team.
Trying to ground and pound a little bit. Let me go ahead and take away some of Penta's greatest assets. Some of his limbs.
Referee Eddie Arango right there. Gable's in control.
I gotta be honest, I don't like Penta in the
And
blue.
Chad.
Bro, cribbing.
Over 11,000 here tonight in Louisville. Very vocal crowd. Penta and Gable one-on-one.
Everybody going with Penta.
And Penta has been in trouble really from the beginning of this matchup.
Yeah, Chad Gable's been in
I'm not
full
gonna
control.
lie, I really hope we see
gonna
Gable
have to get
win.
something. Roll it just like
Oh!
Chad Gable went for another headbutt. Penta
Oh!
met with a super kick.
Gable's singlet is fire though, I'm not gonna lie.
And Ivy Nile realizing now that Chad's in trouble. And Penta trying to fight through the pain. Gable trying to drag himself back to his feet. And Penta with a big kick, and you heard that one.
Penta trying to find a second wind. He certainly can do that.
Look at the athleticism right to the midsection of Gable. Cover by Penta. And an ear fall.
There's things that Penta can do that nobody else on earth can. It's captivating. It's physical. It's impressive.
It's amazing how quickly he's adapted to the WWE. His
No, they didn't. What?
really good, and now Gable from behind. Penta off the second rope, caught by Gable with that waist lock. And Gable turns it into a suplex bridge.
Did they
shoulders
really?
down, kick it too.
I don't see
So
anything.
impressive what Chad Gable was just able to accomplish. Obviously, he catches Penta out of the sky like he was a football.
Yeah, we say it a lot, but pound for pound, one of the strongest men on the roster.
And the German suplex with the back bridge, he landed on the top of his head. Unbelievable.
Now Gable heading up to the top rope.
Shane.
Penta!
And Penta, oh goodness! Caught him with a code breaker coming off the top rope. Cover by Penta now, and Gable kicks it too. What a move!
What a reversal here. Chad Gable trying to get the headbutt yet again. Penta, code breaker
Bro,
from
what?
the sky.
My
What a
live is
fight
not
here.
Yeah, what an
eligible
incredible matchup
for
by
the
between
For
two
You
of the top
page.
superstars today. Penta trying to fire up yet again.
Fuck out my face with that
Blames Gable
bullshit.
/ El Grande Americano for costing him the Intercontinental Championship.
Chad Gable and El Grande Americano, two
Oh,
different
no, don't do that. You had me spamming looking.
Pounding Chad Gable's chest. Penta.
Slipped on
slips
the
a little
bottom
bit.
rope and still able to get his balance. Looking to deliver a backstabber here. But
Guys,
Gable's
just
hanging
spam. Do me a favor, share it. Share it with everybody. Shane, share it with me, Jeremy, Jake, John, everybody.
Caught him for the win. Hooks the leg. Kick out by Penta. But Gable quickly
The
turns
shares
it into
matter,
an ankle lock.
brother.
And Penta sends him across the ring.
Oh, it took us one slip from Penta, and Chad Gable almost ended it.
Off the super kick for Penta. Near fall.
And Penta slipped on the bottom rope, and Chad Gable capitalized. I don't know how Penta was able to kick out, let alone reverse this entire thing with a super kick. Chad Gable with a picture-perfect moonsault. Floating through the sky with complete control, and Penta somehow kicks out and then delivers a super kick that sent Chad Gable to the other side of Kentucky.
Yeah, but Penta is about to make Gable pay. going for the sacrifice. Gable able to pick the ankle and drag Penta back to the middle of the ring.
Yo, y'all ever see the clip of where they say Kurt Angle can reverse basically anything into an ankle lock?
Uh-oh, pressure's on. Penta trying to somehow get out of this predicament.
Middle of the ring.
Able to do that, turns it into a pinning combination and a kick out at 2.
Inside cradle, Chad Gable.
Almost had him. Down goes Penta again.
Just a double chop to the throat whenever all else fails, says Chad Gable.
Yeah, Gable's so resilient and quick.
Bro, how
It's
the
spiteful.
fuck?
I mean, there's a lot of things about him that make you believe he's impossible to beat.
What is
And he has
reproduced?
somehow.
Heading up to the top rope now. Penta trying to fight back. Body shots to Gable.
TikTok is on my nuts right now.
It's the high rent district.
Uh-oh, mouthing off. Not sure that was right.
Zero fear from Penta. Lands on his feet.
Up.
You
Oh!
Mexican Destroyer drops Gable on his head for the win.
Nice! That was fire. That was fire.
Here is your winner, Penta.
Let's go.
That was
0-0.
Penta just spiked Chad Gable's head into the middle of this ring like he was George Kittle spiking a football.
Oh God, not that scene
Tell
for
me
a
about
George
this.
Kittle reference.
From the top rope, a Mexican Destroyer. And that thing planted Chad Gable into the soil. Penta with a massive win here on Monday Night Raw.
Well, we've learned
Massive.
2 things tonight. Number 1, Chad Gable still has major issues trying to beat luchadors. Number 2, Chad Gable should stay under the mask as El Grande Americano because
Oh, brother.
El Grande actually wins.
I don't think we learned that. El Grande and Chad Gable, 2 different people. Chad Gable takes the L tonight to Penta. Shout out Zeno Miedo.
Uncle Tickle Times? What?
Tonight, the Prodigy and the Beautiful Madness take on the Genius of the Sky and Rhea Ripley. And I think we've made it very, very clear that this division isn't safe anymore.
奴らが強いのは知ってるけど、うちらは腹が減ってんだよ。あ？順番待ちするためにここに来たんじゃない。すべてを乗っ取るためで。
Bro, what?
And that means going after the 2 women at the very top.
You know what though? I like Giulia and Roxanne. It's definitely gonna be short-lived
We
though.
don't give a damn about your history because we're here to make our own. You are all looking directly at the future.
It is Roxanne. It's Roxanne
of
and
this
Giulia.
industry.
And the future starts tonight.
2 of the hottest up-and-coming stars in this business. Roxanne, Perez, and Giulia will take on the current Women's World Champ, the former World Champ, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley. Main event tag action. Live
Nah, it's Giulia and
tonight.
Roxanne. I need to know why my shit is banned. Not banned, but I'm not eligible for the 4U right now, and I don't understand why.
Welcome back to Monday Night Raw here on Netflix. Pat, you didn't have the opportunity to actually see this live, the main event this past Saturday night at Backlash. But for the final time ever, a 25-year-old rivalry, it would culminate between John Cena and Randy Orton.
So that was
for the
their
undisputed
final time,
WWE
wow.
title. I still get goosebumps every time these 2 men grace the ring.
2 most iconic professional wrestlers of this millennium.
Big fight atmosphere. Orton, Cena, perhaps the final time for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Let me end my live and restart it.
It is the final months in Cena's legendary career. He wants to retire
Just let it
as
refresh.
champion. Orton has something to say about it tonight.
These 2 know each other so well. It's going to be incredibly difficult for either one of these two to catch the other by surprise.
Oh, wait a minute. AA Garcia. Kick out by Randy.
I'll be back.
Randy now went
We
for
back.
RKO. Orton shoved into the official. RKO out of nowhere. Official Eddie Orango into the ring. Cena kicks it too. Not quite.
We back, y'all. My bad. For some reason, I got kicked off the For You page. If you need a place to watch the show, let me know. And I got y'all.
The official's down again. Randy Orton's got the damn championship one again. Nick Aldis and a bunch of officials heading down to the ring.
Randy, of course, frustrated. He had this one.
Randy Orton completely out of his mind.
One final legend to kill.
R-Truth.
Hell are you doing, Truth?
RKO. Truth, the longtime fan, coming out here to defend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Truth coming out was crazy. This was kind of, I mean, it was a fun match. I'll definitely say that.
I don't even know what to say anymore, except the fact that the old John Cena never would have taken a victory like that. And yes, John Cena is still the champion.
We're gonna, what the hell? All right, I thought we'd get something tying into that. I guess not.
For SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium, Jets, Jets, in East Rutherford, New Jersey. On
You
Saturday,
tell him, Michael.
Sunday, August 3rd, are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Well, we are in Louisville,
Cardi
Kentucky,
B.
the home to the Louisville
What's up, everybody?
Slugger
Just popping
Museum and
in.
Factory.
Guys,
It
if
was
we
a
could
great morning
spam
today for
spam the likes. I had to
WWE
restart the
superstars,
live.
including our own
I'd
Kofi
appreciate it. We
Kingston.
got kicked off the For You
And he
page.
was
I
on
don't know
hand
why.
today to present the folks there with a custom-made WWE Louisville
Shane,
Slugger
hold it down.
Museum
We get some
belt.
likey likes.
It is home to the world's largest baseball bat, Louisville Slugger. Been making bats since 1884. Some of the greatest ball players of all time have used these bats.
Hell yeah, Louisville Slugger.
JD McDonough.
Maybe we can hang out if you want. You know what I mean? Get some of me or something. We use your credit card.
Nah, Carlito is trying to riz her. That's crazy.
Tell me she misses me as much as I miss her.
Yeah, she misses me. And her movie's going great. Only thing was, she said good morning, but it's nighttime here.
Why is that?
Dom, this can't be the first time you've heard about time zone. Come on, please.
I don't really care, but hey, Finn, can I talk to you for a sec?
Of course, doesn't know what Dom.
So at Backlash, you hesitated a little bit with the chair, and it almost cost me the match. If it wasn't for Grande, you know.
Whoa, easy, partner. You're starting to sound all paranoid, like Damian and Rhea. Remember what they were like when they were champions?
Oh, Lord.
All right, look, it didn't go smooth, but everything worked out, and you're still the champ.
It better not be something stupid,
And
bro.
besides, tonight,
I don't have a
I'm
text
gonna
for
take
you.
care of AJ Styles for you.
I know you are.
All right? I'm gonna go get ready.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Got you.
Dom, we gotta show you this, okay?
Pay attention.
This is the sun, this is Earth, we're here, and this is Liv, okay?
13-hour difference.
See?
So that's Liv.
Happy they're doing that. That was a good demonstration, I'd say.
I'm glad you're back.
It's great to be here, man.
You're a little nervous maybe because we're about to show the world what happened to you this past Saturday, a valiant effort against Gunther at Backlash. Pat McAfee steps into the ring to face
Shane, I don't have a text from you.
Gunther. I am going to be very biased tonight in the call of this match. And I want Pat McAfee to put Gunther in his place for what he did to me and him a number of weeks ago.
Got it.
I love the bravery, I love the attitude, but I hate the chances of this going remotely well.
Oh, God. McAfee, kick right to the spine. Here comes McAfee. Come on.
Well, I need likes. If we could double tap, I'd greatly appreciate it. Like I said, I had to reset my goddamn live. Let me...
End the damn match! Just end it now! Enough of this! End the match!
Oh God, I cannot help you from here. Gunther still in hot pursuit. Cole grabbing the foot. Reverse. 2 3/4. And Gunther now furious. Slaver locked in deep on the ring general. Massive lariat connected with the jaw of Pat McAfee. And Pat McAfee is now.
Yeah, I see. Nah, it's not the reason. I know the reason.
There's simply no way out. Give up, Pat. That is over. Gunther beats Pat McAfee here at Backlash. A rare show of respect from one of the greatest this industry has ever seen.
Shane, read your text, bro.
McAfee, that was absolutely incredible.
Read your text. All right. Read your text.
Again, a well-deserved ovation.
Say nothing, but read your text.
For Pat McAfee.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
And I again want to say thank you for what you did for me and for
Shut
all
up,
of us
Michael.
commentators. But how you feeling?
Obviously, for what you just saw, and from what you just saw, the WWE. Thank you.
Come on, stand up.
Thank you, man.
Are we gonna get Gunther coming out right now?
Thank you. Very cool. I wish I had one of those Louisville sluggers that they make around here to help me out. That's what it felt like, kind of hitting me in the chest there. So everything you saw, my family saw, all my friends saw, and the WWE medical saw. And then when they get their hands on me,
yeah,
they
that's
said
a
how I was feeling
fact.
before they let me back out here. And they asked me how I was doing. I said everything's sore. Okay, my back's sore, my shoulders sore, my knees are sore, my head's sore, my mind's
Guys,
sore.
keep the
I got
double taps
bruises
coming
on
up.
me still.
Appreciate
On my
y'all.
collarbone, I'm bruised up. He hit me so hard in the chest that he popped a blood vessel in my damn eye, Cole. Gunther beat the hell out of me, but I think I gave him some back. And I obviously have massive respect for everybody that steps foot into that ring. I have a lot of respect for Gunther, even more so now. And I think he has a little bit for us as well, as he showed afterwards. So I appreciated the opportunity.
Oh, man.
Gunther's a bad
Guys, yeah,
man,
if you
Cole,
keep the
and,
double
it
taps
was an
up,
honor
I'd
to be there.
appreciate it.
Thank
Like
you
I said,
again,
if you need a
and
place
why
to
don't we do
watch,
what
Hell yeah.
Commentate.
Hell yeah, brother.
if you need a place to watch WWE Raw, SmackDown, every PLE, go ahead and just say link me in the comments and I got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Tag Team Champions, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Well, I found out earlier today that the tag champs were once again.
We want
with their
Ricky.
presence
Talk
in
to him.
commentary tonight. Because coming up next, the War Raiders take on American Made. This match is presented by.
Let me stop this. I can't be the only one who does not want to see this match, right?
Here we are watching the New Day celebrate.
And I genuinely feel, hold
tag
on.
team of all time.
They certainly believe that, and they have the stats and the resume.
And I like the War Raiders, I do, but it's just
anything that they have
come on, man.
accomplished.
We need more tag teams.
I think he even has toes on his little Crocs he's wearing. Quite a fit here for Kofi and the boy.
He swung the bat pretty good today, though, at the Louisville Slugger Factory.
Great athlete, great tag team. The boys here are Hall of Fame worthy, and they know it.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Julius and Brutus Creed, American made.
So it's interesting how this matchup came about. The War Raiders knocked off Judgment Day a couple of weeks ago. Thought that would earn them a rematch.
Imagine John Mayer busted out of nowhere. Pause.
You gotta prove yourself.
Hey, yo.
And started singing. I would become moist in my. Yeah, nah, that's wild, bro. Not gonna lie to you, that's crazy.
Made that happen.
What an honor it will be to have them on commentary alongside of us as they continue to run from the War Raiders. Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah, I can't wait to question them about that. I'm
Terry
sure
alongside of us as they
continue to swear by.
Do you guys like apples and bananas? That's a good fit out of Xavier Woods. Kofi Kingston as well. Neither of those outfits we can wear. For certain.
Oh, brother.
I would never go anywhere with my shirt unbuttoned, except Logan Paul's podcast.
I was gonna say.
I shouldn't have been shirtless in public either. And ladies and gentlemen, Raw.
Shane, did you download Dropkicks or not?
Raiders.
I'm done.
And your opponents, the team of Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders.
Well, in just a matter of moments, we are going to have the opportunity to be graced by the current tag team champions. You hear them cackling in the background.
I'm so happy to be here right now, Pat, because we got to see you get the dog snot beat out of you. It was awesome. In front of everybody.
Stop it.
Oh, my God. You got what you deserve.
You beat the brakes off you.
Bro, I watched that match back like 4 times already, and I'm so glad
You watched it
back? That's right.
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Where do you have the time to watch that
You
back?
definitely downloaded it like 5 days ago. It's a cool app. I haven't really like gotten to use it yet, but it's definitely a good app for like wrestling fans. Dropkicks.
Was good for something. Put your feet up there.
Yeah, it looked great, don't it?
WWE is coming to Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida this May for Saturday night's main event. That is a week from Saturday. The WWE Battleground on the 25th, Monday Night Raw 2 weeks from tonight on the 26th, and NXT on the 27th. Individual event tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster. Well, ladies and gentlemen, based upon what happened earlier tonight, this tag team match has been made official for Saturday night's main event on NBC a week from Saturday.
You never
Seth Rollins
downloaded
and
it?
Braun Breaker will team
You're a
up
loser.
against CM Punk and Sami Zayn at Saturday night's main event.
So, Saturday night's main event. Me and you. We good? We're gonna do this?
I'm good, but I'm not. You know, I'm having a hard time trusting anybody right now.
All right. Fair enough. I can understand that because I had a hard time trusting you when you teamed with us at War Games. But I did, and you know what? That worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm not stupid. I know. You like to do things your way. You got your goals, you got your ambitions. I'm not that different.
You like to do things
Yeah,
your
I
way,
like to
too.
do things my way. I have my trust me, I have my ambitions. But the truth is, neither of us gonna get anything done. Not with those guys standing in the way.
You're not lying.
We work together. Saturday night's main event, we take him out.
On NBC, Saturday night's main event. Meanwhile, the War Raiders, an American-made, the Creed brothers, set to go in tag team action tonight. Perhaps the winner of this match could earn a future tag team title opportunity against our guests on commentary, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day. However, it appears to me that the New Day
I'm about
has
to
been
say you something.
trying to duck and trying to run away. Here's the cover from the War Raiders.
Is that true?
No, trying to duck them. We beat them at WrestleMania.
Oh, wait a minute. You beat him at WrestleMania by cheating. Let's get that out there.
Look
Cheating.
at you of all people.
Tag.
Did you not just try to cheat? Less 48 hours ago?
I wasn't
You tried to help your friend win?
He was
You tried to help
outwitting.
him win?
He was
You tried
outwitting.
to cheat in his match against Gunther?
What did you want me to do? I got pulled into the ring physically.
And you cheated. You're a
Come on,
biased
man.
commentator. You're a biased interpretator of the match. How dare you, Michael?
We're talking about
Yo,
you guys
Shane,
right now.
look what I was about to say, you bro.
It's disgusting.
Well, let's get back to the
Blatantly
action.
hypocritical.
Because the War Raiders, who the New Day are running scared of, are dominating the Creed brothers right now. Eric dumping Ivar
Yo!
on top of Brutus. And by the way, you guys have been trying to say there's issues between the War Raiders for weeks. They look pretty great together tonight. I saw them hanging out together all day today.
The match isn't over yet. We just have to see.
Tag.
We just noticed things that a lot of people don't notice. Do you see little cracks, some cracks in this foundation? Oh my God!
There's a crack in the foundation right there.
That's why we want to give them an opportunity. You understand that?
You realize
That's why we want to give them an opportunity.
You realize the Creed brothers are multi-time NCAA collegiate wrestling champions, correct? Former NXT
So you
champions.
say it would be easier to beat them than the War Raiders?
I didn't say that.
Said we want the best.
Jay with the likes, appreciate you.
Look what they're
Yeah, I had
doing
to
with the
restart the
War Raiders right
live.
The War Raiders,
Come
former
on.
NXT tag champions, former WWE tag team champions. They've held tag team gold around the world on pretty much every continent, but we beat them. So we want to make sure we are creating opportunities for this younger generation.
Way to look out,
Man, you
Way
see
to
that?
look out.
That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do.
So this isn't because you guys don't want to wrestle anybody. It's because you want other people to wrestle more to earn their stripes.
We
So you
they
can
gotta
see who
earn
the
it.
best is.
Just like we did.
Gotta earn it. Look at that. The D1 wrestling ability coming in to play there.
Look at
Tag
that,
made,
man.
double team by the Creed brothers.
That's all these guys need is a chance, man. That's all we're trying to do is provide them with an opportunity. Is that so bad?
I do have to admit, I like your outfits. I could never pull it off with
You
the
know you couldn't. I know you
unbuttoned
couldn't.
shirt thing. But
Well, you should never have your shirt unbuttoned regardless of where you are.
Fresh Air Forces here on you, Xavier Woods. And then you have Toey Crocs. What's
no,
going on?
No, these are Bravest Studios. You wouldn't know anything about this. I can't even talk sneakers with you because it's so far above.
looks like a
Those
Bigfoot
aren't
mold.
sneakers, I
Come
don't
on,
think.
man.
I don't
Like
believe
a
those
big-
are
Come on,
sneakers.
man.
Bigfoot mold.
Come on,
A
man.
foot you can never fill, Michael.
Or the Hulk. You being a punter.
Oh,
Hold on, man.
cheap shot.
What are they saying?
We're doing commentary.
We're out here just trying to promote the match.
And look at now Julius slots into Brutus. And wait a minute, nobody there.
Oh, look at that.
For Eric to tag.
If his partner was really his partner, he'd be there for him to tag.
He was knocked off the apron with a
What's
cheap
up,
shot.
Felipe?
You guys are
Welcome
supposed
in.
to be commentators.
You see that?
Welcome in,
Look
Francisco.
out. Eric went right into a right hand.
Because his partner was not there for him, so he's now in the mud.
It might have been distracted by the New Day sucks chance.
Oh my gosh, look.
American made.
Look at the power of Julius Creed.
Julius Creed is real deal, I'm not gonna lie.
Strong.
There you go. Hey,
That boy's
if
strong.
he dies, he dies.
Oh
That's what
my
they say,
God.
right?
Okay, Creed. Okay,
Oh,
Creed.
man, get them, boys. Those are my kids. Those are my kids.
Okay. Where were you at?
Where were you,
Where
Ivar?
were you at?
Whoa, Creed.
So I'm sure if American made wins that you'll probably try to duck them and not allow
guys will give them a
tag
title
team
shot if they win?
opportunity.
We're not giving anyone anything. If they win this match and possibly many more after that, then they
Wait a
have done
minute.
the work to
So why
earn
don't you go on record
championship.
right now and say if they win this match, the Creeds, you'll give them a
really
tag
not- it's really
title
not up to us.
opportunity.
And the War Raiders.
Yeah, and the War Raiders.
It's not up to us, like Kofi
Not up
said.
to us.
And also, why would winning one match
It's
mean you
not
get a
up to
shot
us.
at what we have, the greatest tag team in the
If the
world?
War Raiders win this, it would be 2. They knocked off the Judgment Day a couple
You
of
know how
weeks
many
ago.
matches we had to win to get back here? And we had to fight all these people. You understand that? They don't want us to be here.
No.
No? We're going to get
Well, why do you maybe look at the way you treated them?
Yeah, you guys have said some terrible things about these people.
Because they said
They
terrible
said
things
it.
about us.
They led with the energy and we just returned it, and all of a sudden that's a problem. Why? Why? Can't answer that.
I mean, it's a valid point.
I'm
Exactly.
dead.
They're being negative towards you guys because of what you did to Big E, though, right?
Exactly.
Well, negativity breeds negativity. All we did with Big E was just have a conversation with him. We didn't put hands on him. We keep re-emphasizing this. People didn't like what we said, but it was true. It was harsh, but it was true. It was harsh, but it was fair.
It's 2025, so we can't have tough conversations now.
Yeah.
You get mad and get your panties all in a bunch because somebody said the truth to you, huh?
And you guys have become tag team champions again in this New Day.
That's
So
right.
you have to feel justified.
Yo,
We are
shit,
justified.
what?
We always were justified.
Oh!
Always.
Proof.
Cover!
This is the proof, Pat.
And a
Once
kick
again,
out.
How many championships have you won, Pat? Thank you.
Just curious.
Thank you. In your profession, how many championships did you win? Thank you.
And when you brought that kicking skill to the ring, it worked out about just as well, didn't it?
Yikes.
Okay.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yikes.
That is true. You guys are potentially one of the greatest of all time.
You
right?
say this.
Don't say
We are
potential.
literally the greatest. Also, your glasses are far too small for your face.
I know, yeah. It can't be a very
Nah, your also your glasses
when I
are
got
far
chopped in
too
the
small
face.
for your face.
Another
Is
reason
crazy.
you shouldn't be in there trying to do what we do.
I just have to stick up for my
That's
friend.
Yes,
But you guys
exactly.
throw your friends under
You
the
guys
bus.
threw your friend under the
What a
bus,
ter-
by the
I'm
way.
sticking
What
up
a
for my
terrible
friend.
you are. What a terrible friend you are to put him in this position.
No, he
Many
didn't
a
do that.
time. And now his face is so swollen that he can't even wear his glasses.
You know what it's like?
And here you are.
It's like your girlfriend was popping off at the club and you had to stand up and fight instead of her.
Damn.
That's what it looked like.
Again.
That's not the case. It's me sticking up for a friend.
Golly.
It's me sticking up for a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how'd that work out for you? Swollen face and all.
I'll tell you what, I popped blood vessel with my eyeball. I did not expect that.
There
Did you get your drink or something afterwards? At least say thank you.
Yeah, see, we had a nice.
You know what? Enough of the gossip. Let's get back to what
Put them together
we're here
now.
for. And that
Put
is
them together for
American Made and War Raiders, because one of these teams could face you for the tag team titles.
Yes, that's the hope. That sure is the hope. That's the whole point of all of this.
The team that earns it. We want stiff competition. We want the best.
And Brutus trying to drag himself to the corner to make a tag to Julius. Ivar ready to get into the matchup as well. Critical moment here. Tag made to Ivar. Julius makes the tag as well.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Ivar is actually extremely talented. I watched Ivar and Ricochet in Brooklyn literally like tear the house down.
Brothers of American Made and Ivar flattening Julius there. The current tag champs, the New Day, with us at ringside, scouting potential competition.
That big bone splash getting him.
Ivar's flying around, beating the hell out of American Made.
Cartwheel.
Oh, what a spin kick.
My 7-year-old does gymnastics too.
My 7-year-old does gymnastics
doesn't look like that.
No, he definitely doesn't.
We don't get rounds of applause like this. He does a cartwheel, the whole place is going nuts.
Well, he weighs 330 pounds.
Again, not to be celebrated.
Oh, man. That's an issue.
Oh, but is this the doom salt? That is incredible. Oh, nope, he's going up.
I don't know why you're making fun of a guy who weighs 330 and moves like he
330.
weighs 200.
Nimble, like a ninja. Ivar, speaking of,
Yo, Creed is talented, bro.
This is right there. Look at that.
This is impressive.
Can Ivar do that?
National champion.
Oh my God.
Off the superplex, Brutus Creed.
Wow.
Cover for the win. Kick out.
Toughness of the War Raiders showing.
As you see, the War Raiders are tough. Ivar is tough. This is why when Eric was out, he went on a tear as a singles performer. Eric is back. And
Yo, Xavier Woods is actually trying to be a commentator, and it's a little funny.
Slam by Ivar, looking to make a tag to Eric, and the tag is made. And now Eric showing off his power.
Toss. I wonder if
Pretty much everybody in the ring right now is a big boy.
Some hips on him. He can toss somebody. He can toss somebody.
Strong guy, working out on that farm. I know he works out on the farm.
But is it enough to get a title shot against your boys?
I guess we're going to find out.
They should just be given a rematch anyway because of the way you won the title.
That's
but
the
it
thing.
doesn't really
You
matter.
earn, but you're saying give. See, we don't give anything.
The way you tried to beat Gunther and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh! Into the corner.
Almost earned a win there.
Cover by Eric. And breaking things up is Brutus Creed.
Oh, with the pummel.
Yeah, Brutus, the big massive 282-pounder.
Massive knee to the jaw.
Julius Creed, 228.
Wow, this is
awesome. What a match. What a match.
So
what a match.
Hey.
What a great match.
Look at our champion.
Aren't the people happy that we brought them this match?
So
this came about because of us.
Who would you rather face?
The best.
Face the best. I don't know how many times we got to tell you that, Michael.
We don't know who the best is going to be because people have to earn it. Why do you want us to just give people title shots, Michael?
It ain't Christmas, bro.
Like, again, we don't suck. We're literally the champions.
Tags. Ivar and Brutus
People
now
out here
legal.
lying, bro. It's like they lied to you, Pat.
And look at Brutus Creed.
The strength of this fresh, young tag team wrestler.
Hey, they want it, man.
And
that's the kind of hunger that you look for.
I could imagine them tossing you guys around like that. I'd probably be a lot easier than Eric and Ivar.
Hey, yo.
Why would you imagine that, Michael?
Caught.
One step ahead. They've been doing their homework.
Caught by the Creeds. Down goes Ivar. Planted. Cover.
That's it. Game time. He's done.
Eric just saves the matchup.
That was a lot.
Knee to the jaw.
Eric there for Ivar, unlike Ivar wasn't there for Eric.
You see that?
You saw that, right? Okay. Just point it out.
Oh, God. Did you hear that? Xavier Woods going to get himself in trouble. Kobe, you might want to go help your partner.
I thought you guys were doing commentary.
Uh-oh.
Woods.
Wait a minute, Ivar going up top. Look at Kingston. Kobe Kingston off headsets, blasting Ivar. And now the attack from behind. Kobe Kingston off a distraction from Xavier Woods. Once again, nefarious tactics by the tag team champions.
Look at the Creed brothers. Julius holding up Ivar.
And the Brutus ball. American made.
No shock there.
Thanks to the tag champs.
American Made.
Oh, he said it at the top of this thing, Pat. The New Day obviously dodging the War Raiders, but now American Made, and has picked up the win. They could be problems for the tag champs as well.
Yeah, American made. The Creed brothers are probably wondering when their tag team shots are coming. Kofi Kingston knocking Ivar off balance off the top rope. Distracting just enough for the Creed brothers to take advantage. Brutus ball to Ivar. And down go War Raiders to the delight of our champs, the New Day.
Big win for the Creed brothers. You have to wonder.
All right.
Will they get a future?
Finally, that's over.
Championship opportunity.
I'm sure we'll get a triple threat match. Okay, we got Seth Rollins on screen.
You know, they probably feel like they got one up on us out there tonight. They probably feel like they got us backed against the wall. They might even feel like they're winning this battle. And maybe they feel like I've underestimated them. They have no idea what I am capable of.
Uh-oh. Are we teasing something dark from Seth Rollins tonight?
Braun, I got one more thing I'd like you to do tonight before you take off.
Oh, boy.
And have some fun.
Uh-oh. He's not leaving for good, though. He is not leaving for good.
He's the world heavyweight champion. Jey Uso saw him earlier tonight coming to the aid of Sami Zayn and CM Punk. The champ's on his way out here tonight.
Do we think Jey could ever join them?
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat McAfee!
Louisville, Kentucky, it has been an absolute honor to be here with you tonight. I appreciate you all.
The McAfee minute is always goated.
I had a chance to come to this city when I was in college. Our West Virginia versus Louisville Cardinals matchups were must-watch, must-see. You guys were always absolutely spectacular. The Louisville Slugger has changed the world. The Kentucky Derby is must-watch every single year. And tonight, you all have been blowing the roof off this place since jump. We can't thank you enough for spending your Monday night with us. Now, I just got done fighting a big bastard from Austria. He's incredibly tough. He's incredibly strong. There's a reason he was the world champion. It was my honor to step in there. But the only reason I was doing it was for the
my
good of my
bestie,
friend, Michael Cole.
For my bestie. Yo, they're really behind Michael Cole.
Sometimes you gotta stand up for what's right, especially when it's for a GOAT. Michael Cole's been doing this for 28 years. He's only missed 3 shows, and that's because this is the greatest business on earth.
Nah, what the
with
hell?
the greatest fans on earth, and we are lucky that we get to do this every week. Have a great night. We love you. Cheers.
Thanks, Pat. Let's
They
head up to,
updated TikTok, and I didn't even realize it.
Thanks so much, Cole. I am here with A-Town Down Under, and I would love to address
Nah,
the
what is
elephant
wrong
in
with
the
Grayson
arena. There's been
Waller?
growing tension between you two in the last
The elephant in the room, you mean your mum? Hey, first of all, last week was my fault. I was trying to be a good mate, giving you a marquee match, but maybe the surprise was too big. I'm sorry.
No. I can beat Sheamus. I just need more time to prepare, not a surprise, Grayson.
I agree. So that's why I talked to Piercy and
No, we know. You talked to Pierce. You got me a rematch.
Oh,
but
man.
That's because you're a nice guy, right? But I'm a nice guy, too. So I talked to Adam Pierce, and the match that you were supposed to have, well, guess what? Next week, Grayson Waller versus Sheamus!
Uh-oh, we're starting to see them fall apart about goddamn time, honestly.
We're in Louisville, Kentucky tonight for Monday Night Raw live on Netflix. And, you know, Sam Roberts and Megan Morant going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow as they dive into everything Monday Night Raw on the WWE on the Raw Recap, brought to you by Fanatics. Available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio platforms, wherever you get your podcasts. This week's guest, the spectacular Penta. Well, Pat and I had the privilege of being here last week for what ended up being a spectacular main event between Jey Uso and Seth Rollins. Jey's first title defense of the World Heavyweight Championship. Things broke down in the end. Nonetheless, Jey was still the champion. But it is what happened after Raw went off the air that really took us by surprise. I'll show you. It was a cheap shot. A blindside attack by that man, Logan Paul, on Jey Uso. 16 million social media
I feel like they're
views
gonna
12 hours after
tease
this attack.
Logan Paul joining them, but it's gonna end up being Jey Uso, man.
Because your world title, it's mine, Jey.
It had not only 16 million in 12 hours, but nearly 30 million overall since that assault last week on Monday Night Raw. Now, because of that, this is what's going to happen a week from Saturday. You and I will be there on NBC, 8 Eastern, Saturday nights.
Guys, can we
main
get some
event.
likes in the
Jey
chat,
Uso
please?
defends his World Heavyweight title against Logan Paul. And Jey get it done again.
Meh. Here we go. We got Jey coming out to the ring. I really pray that they don't go for an encore.
Jey Uso celebrating with the WWE fans here tonight.
Nah, Jey dapping up only the dudes, ignoring the girl that was there. Jey for the kids, I like it. Love it.
That kid's right on beat with the heat, and you, Cole, can never find it in your life.
I never have been able to.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Heavyweight
Hopefully we don't get this 19 times.
So proud to be champion. Taking on all comers as we saw last week. At least I got that down.
Hey, that was pretty good out of you. Not bad for you. What a great night to be Jey Uso, our world champion.
Alright. They gotta stop this, bro. This is like insane.
It is amazing seeing all the smiles on everybody's faces when Jey Uso makes his way to the ring.
It's because he's earned this. And this WWE Universe respects the hell out of that. His journey, his fight, his story. His yeet, baby!
This is gonna end eventually, right? This absolutely has to end eventually.
I'm still doing it. I'm just sitting down. Saturday took a lot out of me.
You.
Please no encore, man. Oh, stop.
You know what they want, Cole?
Stop with the one more time, please.
One more yeet, they said.
Encore time.
Lighters to the sky.
Good freaking Lord.
The universe's champ.
I said the World Heavyweight Champion, main event, Jey Uso is now in your... Got a lot going on.
Oh, man.
Big target on my big back. So let me get something off my big chest. Hey, Logan Paul. You talking out the side of your neck, Oos. Saying I'm not championship material. Say I got a glass jaw. He keep on ducking me. Keep on sneaking me. But look though. At Saturday night main event, it's me and you, Oos.
Yeah, Oos.
Yeah. Face to face. All right? Face to face. Two-time world shocker. The arena shaker. I promise you this.
The arena
After that Saturday
shaker.
night, I still will be your world. Whoa.
Uh-oh! People are actually hyped to see this man right now? What the hell? I think we're eventually headed towards like a fatal four-way.
The former World Heavyweight Champion, the man that...
I can see like Gunther versus Jay versus Logan versus Seth.
Put Pat McAfee through a war this past Saturday night. The ring general, Gunther.
This man's aura is for real.
I mean,
when you stand within a few feet of him, you can sense it. 6'4", 250 pounds. An absolute punisher.
I wasn't going to say it.
He did not.
The unimaginable came true.
Oh, God.
Jey Uso, World Heavyweight Champion.
This was honestly unexpected.
You know, it's the first time since that moment that we meet again.
You mean a moment where I made you tap out? Let me hear you say yeet!
He did tap out.
You know, Jay, I understand what you're doing here because I know what it's like to be a champion. 80% of my time in that company, I've been a champion, so I understand.
I understand.
I understand there's a lot of pressure on you. But just because I understand doesn't mean my opinion on you changed. I can feel this position is not natural to you. Because unlike me, you are not a natural champion. And since you like to run your mouth a lot, I'm actually quite surprised that you haven't spread the news yet. So let that pleasure be mine. Because as Adam Pearce told you before you walked down here, the winner out of you and Logan will have the honor to hand over the World Heavyweight Championship to its rightful owner.
Money in the Bank? At Money in the Bank?
Gunther. Jay, in 1 month from now, on June 9th in Phoenix, Arizona, I will challenge the winner out of you and Logan for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Jay, I really do hope it's you. Because I would love nothing more than to shut you and all those people up for good. I would love nothing more to get in that ring with you again, outclass you, and remind you where your place is. Jay.
Hold on. Remind me of my place. My place? I'm in my place. This is my place.
They're doing it on a Raw.
With this on my arm.
June 7th is Money in the Bank. They're having the world title match on Raw.
We gonna run it back. And I'm gonna walk in
What
this
the
match
hell?
the same way I walked out of WrestleMania. World Heavyweight Champion. 4 letters, 1 word.
That's interesting.
A fired up Jey Uso oozing with confidence. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because Uso has to go through Logan Paul a week from Saturday. That's Saturday night's main event. Because the winner of that match will face the ring general Gunther 4 weeks from tonight.
How
for the
fucking
World
odd.
Heavyweight Championship.
Logan Paul could shock the world like he's done plenty of times. And whoever walks out of Saturday night's main event has an absolute problem in Phoenix, Arizona, in the ring general waiting.
Busy month for the World Heavyweight Champion. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, that's strange though.
I tried to show Roxanne respect last
Why
week.
would they do that?
Giulia もロクサーヌも才能はあるのかもしれないけど They don't deserve any respect. Tonight, 私がレッスルメニアでビアンカとリアにやったようにあんたたち2人にも同じことを教えてあげる Nobody in this division can stop me. Nobody in this division will ever take this championship from your sky.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our main event tonight, the current women's world champion, IYO Sky, teams with a former world champion in Rhea Ripley to take on two women who I believe will both be world champions one day. Roxanne, Perez, and Giulia, a big-time tag team match in our main event later on tonight, live on Netflix.
Roxanne and Giulia, main event, Monday Night Raw. NXT girls taking over.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling world lost a trailblazer over the weekend. Legendary ECW superstar Sabu. He was a hardcore extraordinaire, and he passed away at the age of 60. A two-time ECW world champion who had a legendary rivalry with a friend of mine named Taz.
I was incredibly lucky to grow up during the era of ECW.
Shout out Taz.
Obviously, we all had our own trampoline wrestling associations around the country. And we all followed the way of the ECW superstars. And what Sabu did every time he performed was put his life on the line for everybody's entertainment. We are forever grateful for his service to this industry.
We all remember Sabu tonight. Send our condolences.
They're only using
to his
WWE
family
footage.
and friends.
Damn. Apparently his last match was really brutal. Guys, keep double tapping the live, please. For whatever reason, I keep getting flagged and not eligible to be on the For You page. Are we gonna be on a black? I was gonna say.
Sabu is just legendary, and just.
What's
glad
up,
we got the
Tron?
chance to experience that man in action.
What up, G? Thank you, Sabu Chance here in Louisville, reigning through the entire WWE universe for certain.
Been quite the night here on Monday Night Raw. We are graced by the presence of the
What up,
tag
Jacob?
team champions, the New Day, who, well, really had to sort of set up this match between the War Raiders and the Creed brothers of American Made. We've said it all along. The New Day, I believe, is running from the War Raiders, and it, well, showed tonight because the New Day would distract them, allowing the Creed brothers to capitalize.
It did feel as if the New Day wanted the Creed brothers to get the dub. They said they're just looking for the best competition to compete for their tag titles, and American-made Creed brothers took advantage of the distraction for certain.
Yeah, it was Ivar in deep, deep trouble as Brutus would climb to the top rope, and this is classic Creed brothers here, the Brutus ball. And the question now becomes, who gets the next opportunity at the tag champs? You think it should be the Creed brothers, or should it be the War Raiders?
Well, if you're the Creed brothers, you certainly wonder when you're getting your shot at the titles, and I think that was potentially what they were talking about immediately afterwards. Those two have all the talent in the world.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. If you're the New Day, who do you want to face? I mean, the War Raiders are former champs. You cheated to beat them at WrestleMania. The Creed brothers are up-and-comers, tremendous team. I don't know who I'd want.
Yeah, and the tag team division here on Monday Night Raw is obviously stacked. If you're the champs, you got everybody coming after you, and both of them could be problematic.
Yeah, the New Day believe they're the greatest tag team of all time. Well, they have to show that week in and week out.
They would say they have done that enough.
Perhaps.
Every week, you see it happen.
We're sick of this.
We want a
We're
match
sick of
right
this.
now.
Right now. Right now.
Listen to yourselves. Listen to yourselves. Oh, boo-hoo, we want another match.
You know what's actually not fair is the way that we have been treated over the past 6 months. We didn't cry about it. We rose above it. We rose above it and we found a way to become the tag team champions again.
So if you want a shot at our tag team titles, you can take your lice-infested beards and get to the back of the line.
All the way to the back.
Guys, look. As much as I don't like it, and I know you don't like it, you saw it, and the referee's decision is final. The Creeds get the title match.
That's it. But the referee's decision is final.
And you guys are a pain in mine. You want to keep sticking your nose in Raiders business? Well, now I'm sticking the Raiders in yours because it's a triple threat.
Ah!
Come on.
Yeah, I had to see that coming, though, right?
You can't run forever. You can't run forever. No more run. Can't run forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, WWE is coming to LA on Saturday, June 7th with Worlds Collide at Kia Forum. And Money in the Bank.
I would really love to go to Cali,
event
but
tickets are on
I
sale
think I'll
now
just
via
wait
Ticketmaster.
for SummerSlam.
Let's head over to our broadcast colleague, Jackie Redmond.
Wonderful, Pat. Thank you so much. I'm backstage with Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig, thank you for the time. You know, last year was such a breakout year for you. You had wins over the likes of Sheamus, Braun Breaker. I mean, you were a top contender for the Intercontinental Championship, but we're almost halfway through 2025, and it feels like we haven't seen you in competition
Ludwig needs a push.
all that much. So I guess my question... Ludwig, maybe another time.
Braun! Bro said wolf.
Get back, that's enough. We need some help here.
Why is Hurricane here for him? What's the connection? That's what Hurricane be asking on Twitter. Shout out to Hurricane.
Jay, we need medical here. Medical. Hey, talk to me. Medical. Get a medic. Get a medic. Come on.
Well, obviously, that is what Seth Rollins told Braun Breaker to do. Nonetheless, Monday Night Raw is live tonight on Netflix and presented.
Uso down and out because of Braun Breaker. You saw CM Punk and Sami Zayn have that moment of recognition.
Here comes Finn Bálor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Alright, we're about to pay some bills here. I'm about to record real quick some rage bait. You know what I'm saying? Just like a pinch of rage bait. Hey guys, quick question. Where's the fake... What's the word I'm looking for? I'm just curious, IWC. Where's the fake outrage over Jaguars owner Shad Khan being among the NFL owners that gave $1 million to Donald Trump's inauguration during his first term? Now, I know a lot of people will sit here and argue and debate that WWE... Now, I know a lot of people will sit here and argue and debate that WWE is all pro-MAGA and pro-Trump, but they seem to ignore or omit this actual fact from life itself. Now, when I brought this up in other lives, the response I get normally from people is, oh, well, that was the first term, it wasn't this term. Yeah, but it still happened. It still fucking counts. Why are we ignoring the fact that it actually happened in this lifetime? We forgive Shad Khan for quote-unquote mistakes, but we don't forgive Vince McMahon? We're mad at Triple H because he supports his mother-in-law who's a part of Trump's cabinet? Where is the fake outrage? This is what I mean. Stop being pure WWE haters. Get on the winning team's bandwagon, please. I'm just saying. And I love for all wrestling companies to thrive because for one to be great, they need the other one around to force them into that stratosphere of greatness due to the fact that someone is nipping at their heels, essentially. So I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments, where is your fake outrage for AEW? Or are we just AEW apologists? Let me know. Hashtag RageBait.
Back in the locker room area that Finn Bálor is extremely bitter and jealous
hey guys was zesty. Yeah,
over the fact that Dominik Mysterio is the current Intercontinental Champion. That Dominik pinned him at WrestleMania to win the Fatal 4-Way, but that Finn Bálor is just putting on a nice face at this point in time.
You can certainly see how Finn might be jealous of Dom. He's also kind of taking on a leadership role in there, which is, I guess, a part of the problem of Judgment Day. There are no leaders. But what if one of them's a champ and everybody else isn't?
Well, Bálor, the former Universal Champion, against the two-time former WWE Champion and AJ Styles. Two all-time greats, and not exaggerating that, folks, in the ring right now.
AJ Styles.
More proof the IWC is not a real place or thing. All right, we're good.
Ring work has improved dramatically, but ever since he has won the Intercontinental Championship, he has been
Hey guys, was a little zesty, I'm not
He's
gonna lie
already
to you.
calling himself the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Yeah, the greatest Mysterio of all time, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. He's bossing people around in the Judgment Day, and for some reason, it feels like the people love it. Great wrestling here out of AJ Styles and Finn Balor.
AJ take down of Bálor now, controlling this.
I am a big Finn Balor. Oh.
Bálor trying to fight out of it.
I definitely am a big Finn Balor guy.
One-upsmanship here.
Great switch by Bálor there. JD McDonough, Carlito at ringside in support of Bálor of the Judgment Day.
And a half a century of experience right now in the ring on Monday Night Raw.
I think AJ Styles may be making a play for the Intercontinental title.
As he should.
AJ's won it once in his career. Bálor, a two-time Intercontinental champion, as AJ Styles sends Bálor outside of the ring.
Finn Balor probably wants a shot at that Intercontinental title as well, deep down.
I'm sure he does. I don't know what Dominik thinks about that.
Two GOATs battling on Monday Night Raw in Louisville.
That's disrespectful.
As we saw on at Backlash Saturday, Dom versus Penta, Judgment Day, always in control of their matches because of the numbers game and the guys hanging out outside the ring like you're saying tonight.
AJ Styles has been very welcoming of Finn back into the ring, and that's where he wants to keep this, because once he gets outside, obviously these two, the one with the large head, the one with the apple, always going to be able to take care of the advantage. That's one bad apple right there in Carlito and JD McDonough on the other side.
That's quite the descriptors. And AJ Styles with a waist lock applied to Bálor.
The head in the apple. And Finn Balor. Missing Dom, Raquel.
Well, Dom really missing his girlfriend as well. Liv Morgan has been out filming a movie. Due back soon, from what we understand.
Congrats to her, obviously. Yeah. She's on the opposite side of the earth right now. Is Finn Balor in the Judgment Day battling against AJ Styles.
In a place where these two men battled out over the years.
Finn Balor really in control here. Not a lot of help from Judgment Day yet either. I didn't expect this out of AJ Styles. I thought the Phenomenal One was potentially going to have the advantage over Finn Balor when this came to Styles.
AJ, nice takedown of Bálor.
Snap here, arm drag, AJ Styles in top.
Talked to AJ earlier today, and he said he's still having fun. Still loves coming out here and competing every night. Says he still has some championship runs in his future.
I mean, it has to be great to be great.
Ew.
And that's what AJ Styles is and has been. Sunset flip.
And there's Bálor. That's classic Bálor there. That roll through into the basement drop kick. Cover now. Styles quickly gets the shoulder up.
Finn Balor knows exactly how to control his momentum. And that basement drop kick there, roll through. A thing of beauty. Which is why he's been a world champion before. Which is why he's potentially not loving the fact that Dominik Mysterio is maybe boss him around a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Dominik has seemed to get a bit bossy as of late.
I feel like he thinks Judgment Day needs a leader. Somebody needs to at least point everybody in the right direction. Why not the Intercontinental Champion? And Finn Balor has not loved that.
The one thing I have noticed is Dom has been a bit more mouthy since Liv hasn't been around.
Tom has been a bit more mouthy.
He's always in constant communication, which still doesn't make sense to me with how far away she is.
I might have to reset my live because this is fucking
They're talking
ridiculous.
on a regular basis.
You think Dom knows how to use FaceTime?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to reset my live in a few seconds, guys.
Finn Balor taking advantage and taking control of
If
this
only
matchup
Jay
here
didn't have the
AJ Styles.
have a match, then they could have done
Balor
a
is,
3v3 and gave Seth and Braun another partner. Instead, it would be Seth / Braun versus Sammy and Punk.
Dirty work because Dominik asked him to take care of the AJ Styles problem for him tonight.
Absolutely, and he didn't think that was too sweet to get.
Yeah, but I mean,
by
no
Dominik
surprise
Mysterio is AJ Styles with a backbreaker.
Knee to the spine by Styles.
Finn Balor obviously has the numbers game, but inside the ring,
Snap
one-on-one with the Phenomenal One.
Floated into the cover, and Again, a kick out at 1. Another look at the knee right to the spine of Bálor.
I could honestly sit here and say I can't wait for this Raw to be over.
Very comfortable in the ring for good reason. Body slam. AJ Styles listening to Louisville.
And Styles caught Bálor. Bálor tries to get back to his feet, get some relief here.
But the hang time from AJ Styles there for that knee. Finn Bálor takes advantage of the time. Little kick to the gut. Ooh, big chop. I'll tell you, those do not feel good.
Yeah, chest shows it. Again, another chop by AJ and another one to Bálor. Bálor, though, hanging AJ up on the top rope.
Two very crafty veterans in the ring right now. Finn Bálor showcasing that. Get a chance to breathe. Tonight's main event is going to be spectacular.
Yeah, coming up in a matter of minutes. Rhea and IYO together as a team against Roxanne and Giulia. Man, what a future for those two women.
Absolutely. Already main event Raw as Finn Balor's trying to stomp a hole in the Phenomenal One's face.
In the face of our official tonight, Sean Bennett.
Greatest officials in all of professional sports here. Trying to maintain some control. It's going to be tough with Judgment.
Bro, did Jey Uso just join my fucking live?
Bálor slowing the pace down. Body shots to Styles.
Just methodical shots here to AJ. Beating them down.
Two veterans that know exactly how to control the pace in the ring.
I was going to stretch him out a little bit.
Looking for an abdominal stretch perhaps on Styles.
Nah, that's crazy. Jey Uso just popped into my live for a second.
Yeah, right into the ribs.
Finn Bálor. Excruciating pain as Finn Bálor is enjoying it all. AJ Styles going through it.
Yeah, mocking Styles and AJ trying to fight out.
Oh, a knee, or an elbow to the knee.
Louisville fans trying to get AJ back into this. Styles now with a hip toss. And a clothesline, and here comes Styles. AJ trying to pick up the face. There's that flying, sliding forearm.
AJ Styles catching a second win.
Onto the corner. Bálor now up on Styles' shoulders. Vintage Styles there, dropping Bálor on the back of his head. Cover, hook to the leg, and a kick.
I'm not going to lie, this match has gone on far too long.
These bursts out of AJ Styles can end any matches. JD McDonough and Carlito watch along. Finn Bálor struggling to get to his feet. AJ Styles says, I'll help.
Well, now, once again, we were wondering when this was going to happen. JD McDonough up on the apron, causing the first distraction of this
All right, let me
matchup.
upload this video real quick.
AJ back to his attention to Bálor. Bálor rolls him up, though. Maybe playing possum to take advantage, but a kick out. And now Bálor says it's over. Oh, Styles, though, able to slip underneath and deliver the kick.
Great film study from AJ Styles.
Now AJ, the strikes, the kicks by Styles.
Ooh, ooh.
Down center of the ring.
Okay. Shane, just FYI, it doesn't mean he can't be scrolling.
Both men are down. McDonough looking on. Carlito looking on. This matchup has been 50-50 right down the middle, Pat.
It certainly has. These two men know a lot about each other. Share a lot of the same history. Here in Louisville, putting on an instant classic.
Yeah, two of the best to ever do it.
Could hear that one in Lexington.
I think Dominik's watching.
You would assume he's watching his Judgment Day, compadre.
You know he's here.
I'm getting some PTSD listening to those chops.
My goodness, what do they feel like?
It's hard to describe. Just know that you feel them for a few days, brother.
The WWE is all pro MAGA.
And Styles
answers with a chop of his own. Couple big rights from AJ Styles. Finn Balor's reeling.
What the hell? That was awkward as shit. That's not a move!
with some sort of armbar here.
That was not a move, Finn.
Styles. Unique way to get into it. Styles trying to block.
Oh, Lord.
Or pin.
Yeah, he just told him to pin him.
Shoulders are down. Balor's got to kick it too.
Oh, brother.
That's that ring IQ that AJ Styles possesses. Turn the armbar into a pin combination. Finn Balor had to release it. Finn Balor obviously frustrated.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Let's see. Oh.
Now going to make Styles pay.
Massive rights from Finn Balor.
Oh! Cover by Styles for the win and a kick out.
AJ Styles. So dynamic. Almost ended this match up out of nowhere. Let me dump you on your face. 1, 2. AJ's in control.
It's been a clinic by both these men here. Styles and Balor on high above the ring. Over 11,000 looking on tonight in Louisville for Monday Night Raw. We're live on Netflix. And Styles hooking Balor here. And there is a superplex from the top by Styles. Both men are down. Impact to the back of the neck of Balor.
This has been an all-out war. A superplex being added to it is just so apropos. AJ Styles, Finn Balor pulling out all the stops.
Carlito, McDonough looking on from the Judgment Day.
This is awesome. Yum center.
And now Balor and Styles exchanging blows, back to their feet. AJ with a right gut punch by Balor. Another right hand by Styles.
Oh, man. All right. This match is actually boring at this point.
AJ still standing.
Oh, and Balor with a premature celebration, and it may have and caught him. Oh, intercepted. Great counter by Styles. Looking for the calf crusher. Looking for the calf crusher on Balor.
It's in the middle of the ring, and it's deep.
It was a great counter by AJ. Into the calf crusher. Balor's in trouble now. Will Balor tap out? Trying to drag himself to the bottom rope and force a break. Fingertips away now for Balor. And he forces the break.
God, Finn Balor needed it. Judgment Day knew that that was going to be it. AJ Styles so damn phenomenal. Catches the Pele kick into the calf crusher. Almost makes Finn Balor tap out with Judgment Day looking on.
Now, look at how AJ goes right back to the now injured left leg of Balor.
All right. We should be coming to a close here in this match, right?
Now Finn's back in control. Buys himself a little bit of time to regroup here.
Gives himself a little bit of space. Smart decision by Finn Balor. He's got to be hobbled. Maybe on one wheel for the rest of the way.
Finn targeting Styles. Styles is ready, and he meets him on a clothesline. And Balor with a sling blade. Man, talk about evenly matched.
Absolutely.
And Balor drops Styles in the corner.
AJ Styles is right where Finn wants him to be. To the
in the drop zone, Balor to the top, nobody home. Styles rolls out of harm's way. And again, the bad leg that Styles worked the calf crusher on gives out for Balor.
Might have slowed him down on his way up to the top, gave AJ Styles enough time. Now he's back to the same calf crusher.
Yeah, Styles right back to the same submission move, center of the ring, and more damage being done to the leg. Balor, though,
tried to roll through. AJ Styles caught him.
AJ now. Oh, and a Styles clash!
Out of nowhere.
AJ Styles stacking up Balor, who happens to kick it too. It was the positioning. He hit the Styles clash, but it was, I don't think he got quite all of it here, Pat.
Oh, no, he floated into that. very quickly. It looked like Finn Bálor was pinned. Just ate the mat.
But Bálor able to kick out of the Styles Clash by AJ. Indeed it is. The WWE fans showing their appreciation for these two great athletes here tonight.
Those chants have been said to these two men around the globe. Oh no, this bad apple, Carlito!
Oh, Styles is going for the traditional Styles Clash. Carlito had the referee distracted. AJ makes McDonough pay.
My bad, yo.
And now Styles
Out here
on the apron.
making a
Bálor
video.
trying to take advantage. And Styles with that sliding knee.
Handles Judgment Day. Can he finish Finn?
Oh, some rage bait for the IWC is always good, right?
And Bálor now.
I'ma definitely hear some shit about what I'm about to
cover now on Styles. Hook to the leg. Almost had him in a kick out.
No, what?
And look who's here. Penta.
It's Penta!
Takes out Carlito. Penta owes Judgment Day a lot.
Alright, let's see.
Killed the world.
Do we get El Grande Americano is the question. That's the real question. Because that shit'll be funny as hell. If after he was said to be touring Mexico, my guy pulls up. Alright, little AJ victory. Much needed, especially after WrestleMania. I literally can't wrap my mind around them making them having AJ lose to Logan Paul. It's like so disrespectful.
And AJ Styles picks up the win.
Penta coming out and taking care of Judgment Day with a Mexican destroyer on the outside. Led way to the phenomenal forearm from AJ Styles that put Finn out. 1, 2, 3.
We about to rage bait the fuck out of
Bálor hit the 1916, but AJ Styles able to capitalize on Penta getting involved to put Bálor away and pick up the victory here tonight.
It's too sweet here to watch AJ and Finn battle. Thanks to Penta, AJ picks up the win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Money in the Bank is presented by...
Another thing, I can't believe that they're not doing this match for the title at Money in the Bank.
Backlash Saturday was a tremendous
What the
premium
fuck is
lineup.
that
We
about?
talked about the Pat and Gunther match. Of course, John Cena and Randy Orton saw that earlier on. But what about one of the matches that might have stolen the show? It was for the Intercontinental Championship. Lyra Valkyria against the man, Becky Lynch. This was a tremendous battle where Lyra Valkyria really came into her own on Saturday night.
Yeah, Lyra Valkyria has been putting on an absolute show since she arrived here on Raw and taking on Becky Lynch, one of her mentors and idol.
Paula with the likes, appreciate you.
Lyra able to pick up the
What's
win
up, Paula?
Upset and frustrated Becky Lynch attacking Lyra Valkyria with a disarmer. And there is the man, very disgruntled after what broke down Saturday night. Becky Lynch is here, live.
Nah, the New Day with Karrion Kross? He was giving them shirts. Why are they coming back out? Huh. It's Gable. Guys, my headphone case is broken.
No, you know what sucks? Lucha Libre sucks.
Nah.
You got people like Penta running around here doing whatever they want every single night. It's getting ridiculous. But let's not let him ruin what has been a great night for American Made. I mean, let's hear it for my boys qualifying for a tag Team Championship match. And hold on, I need to give one last special personal shout out to my new favorite wrestler in the WWE.
Oh,
the
Lord.
up-and-comer and the best luchador of all time. Your
Guys, I'm about to restart my live because I'm literally banned. I'm shadow banned from the fucking... Paula, appreciate the roses. My bad, I didn't see that. Yeah, I'm like shadow banned from the fucking For You page.
I love you, bud. Thank you.
Paula with the TikToks. That actually might help.
Chad Gable loves himself.
I restarted my live once tonight already, right? We got shadow banned. They said, you know, reproduce content, whatever. Clearly not the case. And now we're sitting here.
Paris and Monday Night Raw are coming to La
We had
Défense
like,
Arena in Paris, France on
what was it?
Sunday, August 31st.
We had like
Monday,
60-something
September
people
1st.
peaked.
Combo tickets are on sale
Is
now
what, you know, that's what we
via
peaked at earlier. I don't know why they keep shadow banning though. And then there are people on here actually showing the show, so I don't understand. Slightly confused. Here comes Becky. What the fuck? Bro, there are actual people committing copyright like theft. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna say no names, but what the hell? I'm getting cooked out here. Normally, I would have a good amount of people in here. And then from restarting the live, it kind of screwed me.
Raw live on Netflix tonight is in Kentucky's largest city. This is Louisville.
El Grande Luchador
History, the city has hosted
has joined.
Monday Night Raw. The first time in 3 years we've been here for Monday night. Meanwhile, in the ring is a very disgruntled Becky Lynch.
All right, let's post that. I mean, also, like, I haven't really been active tonight. Normally, posting will get me more people in here, but it is what it is. I'm not even really sweating the lives anymore. My whole thing is I'm a part of this agency that I require, I think, like 40 hours a month. And I already know I'm not hitting that.
On Saturday, no.
Ah, thank you, mi amigo, El Chad Gable. Gracias. You're stupid.
Oh, you don't believe me. No, you don't believe me. Well,
Oh,
one of
man.
us
We're
was
back with
taken
Becky.
to a hospital, and one of us went to their nice big bus, had a nice warm shower, drank a shot of tequila, and basked in their brilliance. Me.
Oh, Lord. Becky Lynch with The Rock confirmed.
And,
Tequila. Hashtag tequila.
Because even after everything that Lyra has done to me after she came out week after week and attacked my character, the person that I am, I still made her the best version of herself. I gave her the best match of her career. And in just 3 weeks of standing on the outskirts of my spotlight, she has never mattered more than she does right now in her entire life, and it is not even close.
Wait, did it really? Wait, did it really change your name? What the hell?
But when the bell rang after the match, I didn't hear defeat. No. What I heard was an alarm ringing in my ear, and I realized how much I had been manipulated, not just by Lyra, but by all of you. Do you want to know? Do you want to know why I walked away from this for almost a year? Because you asked me to. The last time that I won the World Championship, I felt it. I heard
the reaction. I saw all your comments online, and so I stepped away, because if I'm not here to win world championships, then why am I here? But hey, no, look, I've always been for the people. I've always been for the people, so whatever you want, because hey, man, I have you to thank for my career, right? You guys, you carried me on your shoulders into the main event of WrestleMania. You saw yourselves in me. I was you, you were me. We were in this together, right? But then something happened. Something happened. I won, and you couldn't see yourselves in me anymore, because you can't recognize success, because all you know is failure.
Jeez.
And yeah, you hate what you cannot understand. You wanna know something? When I was at one of my friends, they asked me, they said, hey, do you miss it? And I had a thought. I said, hey, no, I do. I miss being in the ring. But it's weird. I like myself more. And I didn't understand what I was saying, but now I do, because I wasn't captured by all of you. No, I didn't have to listen to you.
Yeah, she's probably gonna end up with
what I'm about. I didn't have
she's
to
probably
listen
gonna end up
to
with Paul
all of
Heyman.
your lies. The same lies that I hear repeated from the one person that I had hoped for in this business. I didn't have to spin my wheels trying to prove myself that I wasn't what you say I am, but that all changes, because from now on, whatever you say I am, I am. So I'm selfish? Yes, I am. I'm greedy? Yes, I am. I'm cutthroat? Yes, I am. And all those girls in the back that were happy I was gone, that thought it was safe because the fire had gone out of Becky Lynch, well, they're finally gonna realize what it's like to be held down by the man.
Well, one thing I'll say is, apparently the fire hasn't gone out of Becky Lynch.
She said, I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would you say I am? And the man wants to get back on top.
Yeah, over it. Seth and Becky versus Punk and AJ. I said that already. I've been saying that. It's gotta come. Probably for SummerSlam.
I didn't want to do that on this. I don't want to do any of this. All I want is just go home and be rich. But I was once programmed by lesser people too. And I can't leave my brothers until we all wake up. Do you think these people care that you're missing your family? Do you think these people care that each night your choice is to hurt or be hurt?
Yo, Rusev?
Last week, Tozawa stepped up to me, and the crowd cheered him on, waltzing him straight into the flat line. And yet, you still seek their approval. That is because you let the sheep control the wolves. Get up off your knees, man! Don't you see that their cheers is like a stone to a blade? But I can see right through them. That's why they keep mocking me by chanting my name. But I will reclaim my own day once my job here is done. But until that day, remember this, my brothers. It will hurt me to hurt you. But I would rather you fall at my hand than fall out into the abyss.
Nah, I fuck with this Rusev character.
Yes, sir. I want Rusev.
Come on, Adam. Think about it. He can do this.
Tozawa-san, I respect the hell out of you, okay, and that's brave, but I just can't give you a match with Rusev. You're not medically clear. He's not clear, guys.
He can do it. He can totally.
You're not clear.
I will be soon.
I know you will be, and when you are, we will revisit this conversation. I give you my word,
Tozawa!
okay?
How are you doing, fella? Fair play to man for never backing down. And I know when you are cleared, you're going to give that hairy Neanderthal hell, yeah? Respect, man.
Okay, Sheamus.
Pierce, can I have a sec? You can. What a return last week. You know, Phil, I need
Raw has been very dreadful.
back to work. Yeah, I'll be honest, I needed to shake off that ring rust. What rust? Well, you know, it's all in the head, fella, but I'll be honest, I want to keep that momentum going, so how about it, right? Think about this, yeah? Next week, Celtic Warrior versus the bouncing wallaby waster, Grayson Waller.
I thought he already made this match.
You know what? Consider that official, because that sounds like a banger.
Now you're speaking my language.
Didn't he already make this match?
Glad to have you.
What the fuck?
Carries that shillelagh everywhere.
Absolutely. Bangers only with Sheamus, and next week, Grayson Waller's going to have to get into one.
Well, Monday Night Raw live on Netflix.
No.
The general.
Bro, they literally made that match.
Judgment Day.
Nah, I'm not being gaslit here.
Floating through the sky with complete.
Two-day combo.
There's no fucking way.
Two-day.
About your history.
On Netflix.
They're gonna make me jump through this.
Today, I'll be a great more WWE, the greatest.
Mr.
Yeah, I'm even.
Amy.
WWE Brutus, and by the way,
Guys, we're not doing this, right?
Julius, hold.
we're in Louisville, WWE on Penta. Prize. Man, 12 out. Ball now. Defense. I like it.
Guys, when was it?
What is...
Suddenly, the general entertainment.
Chad Gable.
Nah, guys.
Perfect. To the...
Up to the top rope. Bálor slowing the pace.
Nah, there's no way. I gotta find it.
The former NXT Women's Champion. Calm, confident, natural charisma.
Now, the NXT girls have come in here and really made a name for themselves very quickly.
Bro, I know I'm not bugging.
They were quoted as saying earlier, "We don't give a damn about Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, or anybody in the women's locker room here at Raw." They feel like not only are they the future, but they're the right now.
Yeah, many people, Pat, have believed that the women's division in NXT may be the best in the world right now, and you can check it out as it streams globally right here.
PJ, I don't know, bro. That shit was crazy, though. They out here lying and shit.
Coming from NXT, and Giulia and her tag team partner tonight in the main event are certainly two examples of the greatness at the NXT brand.
Of course, the current champion, none other than Stephanie McCare, who we've had the honor of watching here on Raw for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're all impressive. They're all prepared, and they're all kind of got this quiet cockiness about them. They know they're great.
Prepared. That is a perfect word to describe where Giulia and Roxanne are right now in their career.
Yeah, the prodigy.
the prodigy, Roxanne Perez. And just watching her mature over the past couple of years, watching her confidence just grow and grow, she believes she deserves to be in main events, to be up against the best where she is tonight.
And she's in main event of Raw already. That's exactly where she believes she was born to be. They call her the prodigy for good reason. She's been at this since she was 15, and it all comes very easily to Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne and Giulia.
That man, huge fan of Roxanne Perez.
Proving their...
No, there was just a sign a guy made. There was just Roxanne Perez's. He might be our biggest fan here in Louisville. There he is. My guy's ready to watch the prodigy tonight.
No reason to say anything after that.
Post from Chicago. NXT girls are in the main event.
Hey, a lot to talk about tomorrow for Sam Roberts and Megan Morant, as they have Raw Recap brought to you by Fanatics, available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio
I
platforms.
genuinely feel like I
Wherever
clipped
you
the
get
Grayson
podcasts.
Waller shit.
This week's
I
guest,
gotta find
the
it.
spectacular Penta. Speaking of spectacular, to the great women in the WWE together,
Honestly,
Roxanne Perez and Giulia
I don't know,
teaming up
man.
here tonight in the main event.
I hate to say it, but Raw was kind of like bad tonight.
She is the Women's World Champion, IYO Sky.
Did you hear that ovation for IYO Sky when she walked out here tonight? The Women's World Champion who took the title from her partner tonight, Rhea Ripley, and then defended it in a triple threat match at WrestleMania.
IYO Sky, obviously our champion for good reason. One of the best in the world and has been for some time.
Of course, made her name in Japan, much like her counterpart, Giulia, did tonight. And now on top of the world on the women's division here on Monday Night Raw.
Watching her team up with the anomaly from Australia is certainly going to be something here tonight. They're going to have to represent here for Monday Night Raw.
Rhea is still so over. God damn. Gotta show love to the women's division, I guess. That or they just really didn't have shit planned tonight. I mean, it really has not been a good Raw. It's actually
was in Australia doing a promotional tour in her homeland for the big events
it's not even hard to get
in
distracted
October.
watching this
Well,
shit
Giulia
tonight.
and
It's
Roxanne
just
will
not
take
good.
advantage of that, taking out IYO Sky last week. Rhea told me earlier today, Roxanne and Giulia picked the wrong week to mess around.
Louisville's response to Mami has been deafening here tonight.
Rhea's made it very clear to IYO Sky, hey, I respect you. We're fighting together against a common enemy, but she has not forgotten about the world title that IYO Sky has around her waist.
Now, Rhea Ripley's used to having gold around her waist, but she's okay to kick some NXT ass here on a Monday with IYO Sky.
The current world champion IYO Sky, the former World champion Rhea Ripley against two of the hottest up-and-coming stars in the business today, Roxanne, Perez, and Giulia, in our main event of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, man, this is going to be a quick one.
So IYO Sky going to start things off with Roxanne, Perez.
It's on paper, don't get me wrong, it's a good match, but why is this the main event?
Not so fast.
Roxanne might have done that on purpose, though. The Prodigy always has a plan, seemingly.
Yeah, the former two-time NXT Women's Champion. And there's IYO Sky taking Roxanne down, and Roxanne turns the tables. Roxanne, a former tag champ as well.
Look how physical we have here at the beginning of this fight.
Well, Roxanne and Giulia have done a lot to IYO and even Rhea over the past few weeks. Covered now by the champ and a kick out by Perez.
Yeah, these NXT girls don't give a single damn about anybody but themselves. We don't give a damn was the actual quote about IYO Sky and Rhea Ripley's legacy and everything.
And now the side headlock applied to Perez. Roxanne Perez, known as the Prodigy, 15 years old.
I'm not going to lie, I really just want to shut this off.
In Houston, Texas. Well-documented story of a 10-hour bus ride on weekends.
And I love all four of the women in this match. It's just like...
Certainly loves the business. And
I mean, you know, I guess we'll give it a chance, right?
Giulia making a name for themselves quickly here. On Raw.
Now, double team action. Roxanne and Giulia working well together as they send Roxanne into the corner.
Great tag team work here by Giulia and Roxanne.
And here's Giulia, known as Beautiful Madness. And Roxanne Perez with a cheap shot as Giulia was dealing with referee Jessica Carr. And Rhea Ripley now.
Rhea said, oh, that's cute.
Gonna make Roxanne pay.
You think you're gonna cheap shot my partner?
Drop kick by Ripley.
Holy hell, did you see?
And now the official Jessica Carr trying to separate Rhea Ripley and get her back out to the apron, and Giulia now.
Nah, that's some Mortal Kombat shit right there.
Giulia, former World of Stardom champion, Wonder World of Stardom championship holder as well, and IYO Sky. What a move as she delivers a drop kick to Giulia. Giulia, one time former NXT Women's Champion. Tag made. Oh, no. Thought the tag was made, but Roxanne Perez. Veteran move by Perez.
Now the Prodigy was ready. Oh, with a big slap to Mami. That ain't gonna do much but wake her up, I feel.
Yeah, now mocking Rhea Ripley, and I'm not quite sure that was the right move by Roxanne Perez. She's gutsy, but gonna get herself in a little bit of trouble here. Giulia caught. Perez drives Ripley. Spine first to the post.
Great teamwork out of Roxanne and Giulia.
And now IYO Sky with a suicide dive. And Giulia with a
I'm going to assume this is eventually going to lead to Asuka's return or something.
Wild action here in our main event. I'll tell you, Giulia and Roxanne Perez absolutely have no fear of IYO Sky and Rhea Ripley.
Not at all. Trying to make their own name here. Full chaos on the outside leaves Giulia standing tall.
Yeah, Giulia is so much fun to watch. Just has a natural charisma about her. She's as tough as they make them.
IYO Sky.
And now, oh, and a chop to IYO, and Giulia just unloading on Sky.
Chops and elbows to IYO Sky. Giulia turning up the physicality.
Japanese strong style on display as Giulia drives Sky to the middle of the ring.
Very comfortable in a fist fight is Giulia.
Yeah, and again, that's that calm and confidence of Giulia. Sky has to kick it too. Said it before, both Giulia and Roxanne Perez will be world champions on this level at one point in their career. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Everybody believes it, and I think even IYO and Rhea potentially know that.
Well, they knew they were going to be in for a fight tonight.
IYO Sky desperately needs a tag.
Roxanne into a cover and a hook of the leg. And a kick out at 2 by the champion.
This is actually crazy that I love all 4 women involved in this match, and I just don't have an interest in it.
Just wanted to see where IYO was. 2 counts okay for them.
Complete control, Roxanne and Giulia.
Roxanne extremely confident. Some would call egotistical, but she believes in herself, which goes a long way as she delivers that running uppercut.
Yeah, confidence is a big part of every business.
And look at Perez. Into the side Russian leg sweep on Sky. Floats to the cover. Hooks the leg. And again, Io's got to kick it too.
It's so clean there by Roxanne. Into the sidewalk slam.
I talked to Booker T, the Hall of Famer, of course, one of the voices of NXT, a couple of weeks ago about Roxanne. And I asked him what was it about her. And he said the first time he met her, he knew that she was going to be a star. It's just something about her, the way she carried herself, how athletic she was in the ring. Just said it was going to take a number of years, obviously, to season and grow, which Roxanne Perez has done.
Some people have it, Cole.
Roxanne Perez with a unique move here on IYO Sky.
Rhea desperately trying to get into the match. IYO needs a tag. Giulia and Roxanne have been in complete control. Snap mirror by IYO Sky.
Yes.
Separates a little bit.
A little bit of separation. Roxanne trying to prevent IYO from making the tag. Realizes they don't want Rhea in the ring. To no avail. Sky's almost there. Giulia makes the tag. Giulia sent out of the ring. IYO gets to Rhea Ripley.
Mommy's home!
Well, I guess Giulia didn't make the tag. Roxanne's still legal.
Doesn't matter. Mommy's about to...
Oh, what? Release German suplex by Ripley.
Chop. Rhea Ripley.
And there's the power of the Eradicator.
A one-of-one.
Razor's Edge as she sent Perez almost fully across the ring. Follows it up with a basement drop kick. Covered by Ripley. And a kick out at 2 by Perez.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Rhea
man.
Ripley. Almost ending this thing as soon as she gets in. Razor's Edge across the ring to Roxanne Perez. I have no idea how she kicked out of that. Almost like Rhea Ripley was excited she could inflict more pain.
And the Let's Go Mommy chants here tonight in Louisville. But Perez just feisty, just continues to fight back into this.
Just put a left boot on the button.
Yeah, but Perez may make her pay here. I should say Rhea may make Perez pay, and does, bouncing her off the top turnbuckle.
Rhea's so explosive. Just one slight mistake, and Mommy's going to take advantage.
Oh, not from up there. Dangerous position here for Roxanne Perez, who lands on the apron and then delivers a blow of her own.
A glancing blow, and then she delivers a solid shot to Rhea's jaw.
Guys, I'm sorry, but this Raw has been terrible. And I'm not ever really like a critic like that. But this Raw was very stagnant.
Went right for the cover there to try to put Rhea away.
Yeah, kind of smother Rhea as you have her down.
Oh, headbutt by Giulia.
Not gonna lie.
Kick to the face. Now the double team by Perez and Giulia.
Look at this.
Tag made.
Working in perfect unison. Giulia and Roxanne.
Off that snap suplex, Perez now. Off the second rope, moonsault delivered to Rhea. Cover now by Perez. Isn't enough to put her away. And a kick out by Ripley. And what a main event debut it would be for this team if they could knock off Ripley and Sky tonight.
Absolutely. Great tag team wrestling here by Giulia and Roxanne. Beating down Rhea Ripley. Very rare that we see this.
And again, this has been non-stop offense by Perez. She hasn't given Rhea Ripley any space to breathe.
No time to breathe. Stay on her. If you have an advantage over Rhea Ripley, an advantage over Mommy, you need to stay on her. Because we all know that Mommy can flip the script.
Now Roxanne focused on Ripley in the corner. A big running uppercut.
Prodigy roll through once another.
Oh, this time Rhea Ripley able to pick her out of the sky. And face first goes Perez. Rhea now trying to dig down deep and make it to the champ in the corner.
Rhea with a desperation dump of Roxanne. IYO Sky desperately wanting to get into the fight.
Roxanne trying to make a tag to Giulia. And does. Giulia's legal, and so is IYO Sky, the world champion. And the genius of the Sky now looks to pick up the pace.
There's her right hand, such a clean uppercut. Oh, the genius of the sky.
Caught Giulia. Io gonna go where she's comfortable, up to the top rope. Sky with that missile drop kick.
Tip up, flip up.
I'm assuming this match is going to end very quickly.
Louisville's with her.
Should be only a few more
Roxanne
minutes here.
Perez tried to blindside Io, but oh, down goes Rhea. What a DDT by Perez. Missile.
That was ridiculous selling by Rhea.
Giulia roll up, may have her here. Shoulders down, looking for the victory. Sky's got a kick.
Giulia.
Looking to put Io Sky away. Middle of the ring. Sky able to counter into a waist lock. Standing switch by Giulia. Sky rolls through. Stop to the midsection.
Great wrestling here from Giulia and Io Sky.
I'll answer that another time.
Where are we
when
headed,
the greatest
Cole?
of all time steps on stage.
Gonna go up top, the genius of the Sky, ready to fly.
I didn't know he was going to be here, but
Over the moonsault, cover.
still 17.
Hook to the leg. Perez saves the matchup.
Roxanne Perez now. Not the legal competitor, but certainly enough to.
Look for the side Russian leg sweep again, and Sky this time able to counter.
Oh, great backflip by Io Sky.
And now a double team. And Rhea using Io as a battering ram.
Ran Io's heels through Giulia's chest.
Roxanne was looking for pop rocks, and it didn't work out. Io Sky drop kick off the top rope.
Jeez. So much damage being inflicted. We're a team, let's do this together, says Io and Rhea.
Rhea to the apron. Io Sky now, and then Ripley taken out by Giulia.
We're about to see something special from Rhea and Io.
Io trying to knock Perez away. She did successfully. Giulia, though. Top rope's got Io hooked. Dangerous move here from the top rope by Giulia.
So impressive.
And Giulia looking to put Io Sky away.
The power of Giulia.
Cover, hook of the leg. Roxanne Perez.
Rhea Ripley. Io Sky.
Perez up from underneath the bottom rope, and now Roxanne with that missile drop kick to Rhea. And Rhea with a kick down to Perez.
These four women are beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah, tremendous tag team match tonight. Giulia with a knee to Ripley.
No idea who has the current advantage.
Maybe Io Sky now up that backbreaker.
Oh man, I'm literally about to walk away if this match doesn't end.
Off the chance from Louisville.
Io into the corner, launched out to the apron by Giulia. Io now gonna climb to the top. Rhea makes the tag. Sky up over the top.
All through.
Rhea Ripley's legal. I don't think Giulia realizes it. Oh my goodness! Roxanne just took out Giulia thanks to Ripley. And now yelling at Giulia. Roxanne didn't realize what happened, but
Rhea Ripley outsmarted.
Oh, what a headbutt.
Clean headbutt to Giulia from Mami.
Oh, and down goes Giulia off Riptide.
Oh, thank God. Holy crap.
World Champion, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley.
Well, Giulia and Roxanne have nothing to be ashamed about tonight. They took the world champ and the former world champ to the limit here tonight, but Io and Rhea just a little bit tougher in this matchup to pick up the victory in our main event.
What a great main event we had. So much damage inflicted on both sides. Great tag team wrestling displayed. And in the end, Rhea and Io Sky outsmart Giulia and Roxanne. Headbutt into the Eradicator is IYO Sky.